Divided Attention, Texting and Driving by James Roberts. Divided attention is our brain's ability to attend to two different stimuli at the same time and respond to multiple demands of our surroundings. For example, if we take this office, while doing homework, my attention is being divided between the television, the computer, and the radio. By dividing my attention, my efficiency to do each task decreases. This is very important while texting and driving, because by dividing your attention, your efficiency to do both tasks decreases, which can cause more room for error. While teens are constantly waiting to be interrupted by their devices, they have formed dependency with their phones, and as a result, the teens are taking their devices for granted. Because they are taking their devices for granted, they aren't realizing the dangers texting and driving has on society. More than 1,000 people are injured every day due to a distracted driver. 26% of all car crashes in 2014 involved cell phone use. At least 9 people are killed every day because of a distracted driver as a result of divided attention. And texting and driving can put you at a greater risk for an accident than drinking and driving. But how do we limit texting and driving? The government has taken responsibility and banned texting and driving in 43 states. Only 2 states don't have any sort of ban while texting and driving. But it just doesn't end with the government. The only way to truly stop texting and driving is by limiting distractions. But why is it so dangerous? Because instead of looking at the road, your eyes are on the message and not on the car signals. Manually, you are operating your device instead of having your hands on the wheel. And cognitively, your mind is no longer on the driving, but on the messages and worried about what you are typing. This is Brian. Brian lost a good friend of his to a driver who was texting and driving. This is his story.
My name is Brian Galvin. Last fall, my friend Mitchell Kiefer was driving back to school on a Sunday morning. He went to East Lansing, and there was a line of cars on the highway stopped. And as he was slowing down, a person who was texting and driving actually rear-ended him and pushed him across the median. When he crossed the median, he died on impact from another car that hit him. That was probably one of the hardest things that I've gone through in my life, and it really affected me and a number of people, all of his friends and family. Everyone came to the funeral to support him. Everyone throughout our high school community. It was crazy the amount of support and people who knew about it and were just so against the texting and driving. So it certainly affected me throughout my life. Whenever everyone drives, it's pretty tough to not use your phone, But I certainly, every single time I drive and I think about grabbing my phone, I just remember Mitchell and know it's not the right thing to do, because that millisecond can change your entire life forever. I mean, first think about the person who hit him. Now she has to live with the fact that she hit someone who ended up dying because all she wanted to do was look at her phone for 1 second to read a message. And also think about the person who actually hit him. It wasn't even his fault, but he had no option to move, and he has to live with that also. So it's affected an absurd amount of people that you wouldn't even imagine. Texting and driving is definitely not worth it. That 1 second will change not only your life, but so many others around you and people you don't even know.